Hello, and welcome to Skillful Heart. To those of you guys who may not know me, my name is Samantha. I am the creator, and today I am creating a birthday gift, which is kind of like a fake cake, but it's gonna have different decorations and different edible things like candy and things of that such. I was inspired to do this for a birthday gift, and I knew I was like, okay, I want to do like a candy display, but I want to do it on a cake. But I knew that I did not want to actually make a cake, so let's do the dummy cake, right? All right, so today I'm using spackling, kind of like as a copycat icing for the cake. The way that I will be coloring this spackling is with acrylic paint, and I actually saw this method on a different YouTuber's channel. She was making like cupcakes, and so I'm going to be using mine to go around my foam board. One thing that I do want to say about this is be careful with the amount of paint that you use. So if you're looking to have a color that's very pigmented, a color that's very deep and rich, I recommend that you use some type of dye versus the paint, because later on in the video you will see me doing the top of my board in copycat like chocolate ganache is what I was going for, and the consistency was very watery and it did take a little longer to dry. So for deeper, richer colors, more pigmented, I recommend you use dye. And as always, everything that I used, from the products to the different materials that I have, the utensils, they will be listed in the description. And y'all, my review on this spackling is pretty much, it is one of the easiest things to work with. I mean, it mixed really well. It applies on very easily. It literally is just like buttercream icing. So I highly recommend this if you're looking to do like a copycat fake dummy cake, display cake, whatever you want to call it. Try the spackling because it works exactly like icing. In fact, I even was able to use a piping tool, which you'll see a little later. Also, the spackling took a while to dry, so this project took me about 2 to 3 days because I just went ahead and let the spackling dry overnight within a 24-hour period. So if you're looking to complete a project real quick and fast, spackling may not be the best option for you. You got to have time for it to dry. Now, this part right here was a little hard for me, but of course I'm not a cake designer, so those of you guys who may have worked with icings and cake decorations, maybe you can give me some insight. But yeah, smoothing this spackling out was very hard for me. I'm pretty sure my method is just off. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm gonna get better. But yes, it didn't get as smooth as I want. I probably need some better tools and maybe like just different tools to work with that could help me to get it as smooth as I can. But here we go right here. I am going in and I'm gonna do that chocolate ganache that I was speaking of. And I felt like I went a little crazy, like I said, with the paint, but I was trying to get it a deep, rich, dark chocolate color. So this here is the start of day number 2 on decorating my cake. And so at this point in time, all the spackling is dry, and I am getting ready to do the drip effect. And I am making this happen with just applying acrylic paint onto the cake. It did get a little messy and kind of stuck in the grooves of the spackling where it was not smooth, and you'll see that on the edges of the cake. And it's a quick fix. You'll see me do it a little later in the video. I just kind of went through with some of the tan color paint and kind of went around the drip lines and made sure I made them nice and uniform and curved at the ends. And I'm simply just making this design happen by scooping up a little acrylic paint right on the very edges of the cake and allowing it to naturally drip down. And I do this all around the entire cake. And y'all, when I started seeing the little drip drips coming down the cake, I was like, oh, it's gonna be so cute. Like, it's really gonna look like a drip cake. So I don't know, like, I feel like the more I worked on this cake, the more it came to life and the more it looked real, and I was like, I love it. So I probably will be coming at you guys with another dummy cake. I don't know, maybe one day it'll be a real cake, because I do like to cook and bake and stuff like that. So be on the lookout. So now we have come to the portion of the video where I will be piping and just kind of making the cake look nice and pretty and more realistic. Okay, and I literally did this with some of the things I had at home. I will say I bought the piping tool right here from Hobby Lobby, but it was like less than like $2. I think it was like $1.50, and they had some for 99 cents. So yes. Now here is where I kind of improvise. So I do not have any type of specialized piping bags, but I just use a gallon-sized zipper bag. Cut a small triangle corner out of that bag, inserted my piping tool, and then filled it up with the spackling. And you guys will see me twist it at the back end once it's filled with the spackling, and I literally use it as if it were real icing in a piping bag. Alright, so now that my spackling has been put inside of the Ziploc bag, I'm now working it down to that piping tool, so that way when I apply pressure, it'll just come out freely and there are no air bubbles and things like that in those spaces. And so here I am, I'm twisting it. I even let a little of it come out at the tip so I know it's ready to go. I'll show you guys that right here. Here we go, and we are ready to rock and roll. And I'm piping. I will say, once I got done with this, I noticed, I was like, some of these little piping areas are bigger than others. So I don't even know how you really measure that and have an eye for that. But like I said, this was my first time doing this, so I'll definitely just be more cautious and precise about how I'm applying the piping. So I just want to let you guys know, if you try and do this, kind of watch that. Like, make sure you make them the same size. And I mean, even though this is spackling, I mean, are any of you guys like getting hungry looking at this? I don't know, like when I see this, the spackling come out of the piping bag, of course it looks like icing and I want to just eat it. But please don't eat spackling. But the imitation is real, so real. I love it. And this is the cake after all of the piping has been done. And so, like I said, some of them you can see are kind of bigger than others. It's not too noticeable, but for me, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so it stands out to me. Another thing I want to point out, so you can see the dripping and how it kind of set into the creases. This part right here is where I'm going to clean that up. And so most of it I did off camera, but I'm going to show you the small portion that's still left of. So see, yeah, that's been cleaned up already off camera. I just want to show you guys how I went about doing that. So if you have this issue and you don't like the way that that drip is falling into the cracks and creases, I want to show you how you can fix that. Okay. And so I'm simply just going to be doing touch-ups with paint. Pretty much it. That's it. And in order to clean up those drips real nicely, you want to make sure that you have a paintbrush that is kind of like for detailing, that's small enough. I'll put the information of that brush that I'm using in the description. I actually bought it in a set that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. But yeah, it has a very detailed type precision cut on it, I guess you can say, kind of slanted, so that I can get in, real close and real precise with like the painting, real detailed type painting. So that's what you're gonna need. So don't come in here with a big brush. Of course, you'll mess it up. So, yeah. All right, so here is the cake. You can stop here if you want to. So like I said, if you're looking just to do a display, this will be perfect for that. I believe this cake is missing a little shine, a little gloss. So next time I probably will get me like a clear glossy acrylic spray to go on top. But this video is going to continue on and show you guys how I decorated my cake. I feel like it needed a little bit more. Like I said, I was giving this away as a birthday gift. And so we need to make it look like a birthday cake, the things that I am putting on top are just little knickknacks and stuff that I made and different things I had in my craft closet. And so there's going to be some bows, of course, the candy. I'm using Rolos and Hershey's Nuggets. And I'm going to get a little closer to the camera so you guys can see how I did that. So what I did was I hot glued 3 nuggets onto these little sticks that I got from wooden sticks that I got from Walmart. Same thing with the Rolos. I glued 3 together, and I put hot glued the stick to the back, and I also put an extra reinforcement. I put a thin layer of tape behind that candy, on top of the stick and the candy. And y'all, I love working with like candy, like displaying it, making bouquets and different things like that out of it. I've found much joy in doing that. So if you haven't already, if you look on my channel and look at the different videos I have uploaded, I have one about the Lindor chocolates. So I made a Lindor chocolate bouquet, and it's I actually still have it. It's sitting in our living room on our coffee table. So yeah, you should check that out. I kind of show you how I get the candy to sit on these wooden like skewers, and it has flowers and everything on it. So if you haven't checked that video out, check it out. It is called the Lindor chocolate candy bouquet. right, so the decoration process has pretty much come to an end right now, and this right here is the final product. I love this little cake. I think it is super cute. I mean, and I just want to eat it, even though you can't eat it. In the future, I'll definitely be making some more of these, kind of upping my skills and trying different methods. And if you are not already, make sure you subscribe to Skillful Heart. If you like what you saw, like the video, and also post a comment. I want you guys to try this craft out. Tell me how it comes out for you. Let me know in the comment section. Thanks again for stopping by Skillful Heart. You guys have a blessed day.